Before we get into the video, if you guys want the best quality on your screen, make sure to press the settings and turn it up to 1080p. Also, if you want some captions, if you speak a different language, go to the bottom of your screen, press this button, go over to settings, and you will see an option to press onto subtitles, go to auto translate, and you have got hundreds of languages to select from. Enjoy the video, lads. Right lads, so today we're going to be looking at the FUT 23 Kickstart 2 objectives. With this you can earn rewards by competing in FIFA 22 and you can earn rewards for FIFA 23. Before we get into this, make sure to check my Twitch out. We will be live tonight along with every single Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday at 11 AM UK time, so make sure to check my link out in the description. Also make sure to drop a like and subscribe for more objective guides, player reviews and some pack openings. Let's get into the video. So the FUT 23 Kickstart 2 objectives. We're going to go through all of these step by step along with a massive tip which I have got for you guys, which is the exact same tip I used last time. If you guys haven't watched my last video for the FUT 23 Kickstart 1 objectives, then I could say you should go watch it now, but it's too late because the objective has expired, so you're probably watching this one instead. But basically, first of all, let's start off with what rewards you can earn for completing these objectives in FUT 23. You can earn a Kickstarter Pack 2 in FUT 23 containing a rare players pack and a ones to watch lone player pick. Now if I'm reading that right, a rare players pack is a 50k pack on FIFA 23. And people are underestimating starting the game with a 50,000 coin pack on FIFA 23 is ridiculous. The ones to watch lone player, sure it is what it is, but boys, a 50k pack on FIFA 23 for completing these objectives, in my opinion, is awesome. So you start off, you've got score in 3 separate matches in a live FUT Friendly Kickstart with at least 7 Manchester City players in your starting squad. You've got score in 3 separate with at least 7 PSG, 7 Chelsea, 7 Real Madrid and 7 Liverpool players. Now to clarify, in your starting squad, it means in your starting 11, not on the bench. They have to be on your starting 11. Let's go ahead and let's have a look at the Kickstart objective, or Kickstart Friendly, I guess you could say. Going over to play, going over to friendlies, and obviously play online. And I believe, is it the exact same one as last time? The exact same game mode? It might be. They might have changed it a little bit. But as you can see, no, it's the exact same. So the requirements is at least 4 clubs, along with at least 4 countries. Now the problem is, if you are using obviously 7 players from one club, that means you're going to have to use 3 other players, obviously 11 players in the team, from different clubs, okay? So you're going to have, say, 7 Man City players, and then you're going to have to use 3 other clubs, or no, it'll be 4. Yeah, no, it'll be 4 other clubs, or I don't know, mate. My maths is off, boys. I just woke up, allow it. But you get what I mean. We will build a squad builder as an example in a minute. Now, I'm going to remove my webcam for this. As you can see, the rules is max chemistry, which is absolutely awesome, which will mean getting in those other players from different clubs that will probably not link to your Manchester City players is no problem. Chemistry is not an issue in this game mode. Now, I'm going to get into what you can do for some squad builders. Now, I can't go ahead, and by the way, here's all of the stuff if you want to know, like, what you can earn for it, etc., etc., but let me just skip through that. You can pause that and read that if you wish. But what you want to do when it comes to the squad builder, lads, is you're going to want to choose whichever club you want to start with first, right? So you can go through Manchester City, PSG, etc. Honestly, just choose a club. For example, I'm going to probably start off with, you know what, we'll make it easy. We'll start from the first one, and we'll make our way down to Liverpool. So you start off with Manchester City. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new squad and probably just call it Golden Goal, alright? And now you are going to be wondering, why are we calling it Golden Goal? You may know why we're calling it Golden Goal, but we'll get into that a little bit later. So what you want to do is you want to call your team name Golden Goal. Happy days, that is all good. Now also select a formation that you are familiar with, or select a formation that maybe your players kind of gel with, alright? So what I'm going to want to do is search my club for Manchester City players. I'm not sure I've got too much. I've only got 2 Manchester City players, and obviously I need 7. So I've got João Cancelo that can start here, and I've got Fernandinho. Now I know there's an Erling Haaland SBC out right now. If you want to complete him, that could be quite cool to use, but we're in a bit of a problem here. We're in a bit of a predicament because I have got a lot of other Manchester City players that I have to use, lads, alright? I need to buy 5 more Manchester City players. It doesn't matter if they're not the best, alright, lads, because this game mode, you've got unlimited attempts. Sure, you might have a really average team. It might be a little bit difficult if you're having to use some gold common or gold rare players from Man City, PSG, etc. But that's just, you know, that's what you have to do, right? So what you're going to want to do is obviously go on over to the market, go Premier League, obviously Manchester City, and I assume lots of them are going to start selling for quite a bit, so you are going to need a little bit of a budget for it. But as you can see, at 6,000 coins, I can get Phil Foden, John Stones, Nathan Ake, Zinchenko, Herrera, who's not great, but that would be my 5 players completed, alright lads? So I can buy all of them for obviously 5 times 6, 30,000 coins. Obviously I've already got Fernandinho and João Cancelo, which help a little bit. So you know what, I'm going to use those players as an example. I'll give them in a squad. Let's just pretend I brought them from the market. Right, so now this is what it looks like. As you can see, we've got the 7 players. We have got Fernandinho, Cancelo, which luckily enough I already have. If you do not have these like Cancelo or Fernandinho like me, then you'd have to buy some more Concept City players. But as you can see, this is all 7 players. Now, we've only got 1 club, so what we're going to have to do is we are going to have to fill out the rest. Now, you can use, as I said, any strikers you want, so make sure to use your main strikers. I'm going to use my Neymar, and I'm also going to use Vinicius Jr. There we go, that's my 2 strikers. We can have any left mid in the game as well, and in this case, I think a 4-4-2 doesn't fit this team too poorly. Obviously, we're going to have the centre mid off Chem, so you could even switch it to a 4-1-2-1-2. Second variation, as I said, it's kind of just all about what fits your team or what fits your players, but I'm very happy with this. Goalkeeper as well, I can choose whichever goalkeeper I want. Let's just choose my Yashin. As you can see, we've got Manchester City, Real Madrid, Ronaldinho's icon team counts as a different team, and we have got PSG, along with Yashin is also an icon. So we've got 4 different clubs, and obviously we've got at least 4 nations. We've got, most importantly, the 7 Manchester City players, and obviously if you were doing this for a different team as well, you'd check your club for PSG players, which lucky enough, I've completed that Footy's Neymar, which would be beautiful. I've also got Marquinhos and Hakimi I can use, so that would be my I'll have 3 PSG players, including my Neymar, so we're going to have to go out and buy 4 more PSG players. Once again, same drill, League 1, set it to 7,000-8,000 coins, maybe a little bit cheaper, and just try buy the cheapest players. Lads, it's as easy as that, right? You will need a bit of a budget from it. 35 to 45,000 coins, assuming you do not have any of the players for every single team. But obviously, after I'm done with this, I can sell all of these players again, and then I'll probably only lose a couple thousand coins on tax, and I can do it again for the PSG squad builder. Now, what is the tip I was talking about? Now, once these are concept players, I can't jump into the game. So if you want to head on over to my first, how to complete the first FUT 23 Kickstart objectives, then I do go into a game and do a golden goal example. It's not very necessary, but if you guys do not know what golden goal is, this is why we named our team golden goal. This is why we gave our team name golden goal, alright? What you're going to want to do is, if you go 1-0 down, you're going to back out and you're going to quit. If you go 1-0 up, hopefully your opponent will back out and quit. I completed the FUT 23 Kickstart 1 objectives, all of them, alright? Every single one from the first objective that we got in probably 50 minutes, alright lads? I got the 3 goals with, I think it was like La Liga, Premier League, Liga, and it was all the top 5 leagues. I scored first. My opponents, every single one except one person, alright, backed out when they went 1-0 down. I also backed out when I went 1-0 down. So make sure that you do golden goal, lads. It is an unspoken community rule. If you go 1-0 down, 10 minutes in, 30 minutes in, lads, it's a whole lot easier. Just back out. The only excuse, in my opinion, not to do it is if you go 1-0 down in, let's say, I think the only suitable excuse, if you go 1-0 down in, say, the 70th minute, alright, and then you want to bring it back and you score 1-1, then fair enough. Maybe you could even let him get a goal, let him win 2-1, 3-1, whichever, because you only need a goal. Remember, you do not need a win, okay, lads? Remember, it's not that deep as well. Do not pressure your opponents into doing golden goal. If you score first, your opponents don't do golden goal, don't send them abuse. Simply just kick the ball out and quit, or give them a goal first and quit if you want to be nice. But at the end of the day, lads, it is towards the end of the game. We're competing for packs for FIFA 23. Golden goal is going to speed up this process by, I'm not even joking when I say this, roughly 60%, because if you do want to actually bring out the mathematics, right, so there's obviously 5 objectives. Last time, we're going off of last time from my experience from the FUT Kickstart 1 objectives. If there's 5 objectives, each one you need to score 3 times, which means you're going to have to score in 15 games. Every single game is roughly 12 minutes long, so if we get a calculator out here and we go 15 games times 12 minutes, which is how long every single game is, that is going to take 180 minutes, which is literally 3 hours on the dot, alright? So it's going to take you 3 hours, roughly, if you're going off of, the rate I was winning. And that's that's assuming you win every single game, lads. That's assuming you score, not win every single game, but score in every single game. It will take you 3 hours. With doing golden goal, it took me 50 minutes. It literally splits it in in half by like 40% or 60% even. Lads, make sure you do golden goal. This is a must. You just have to do this if you want to do it quickly. So lads, for the recap, it's a very simple recap with Manchester City, PSG, Chelsea, Madrid and Liverpool. Obviously search your club for the players. If you've got one player from Liverpool, easy. If you've got 6 players from Liverpool, perfect. If you've got no players from Liverpool, then that is fine. You're just going to want to go ahead and you need to prepare to spend the cash. There is nothing else you can do, or spend the coins I should say. Buy some Liverpool players, surround them with some other strikers. Make sure you've got at least the 4 nations and 4 clubs, which should be no worries at all, considering it is max chemistry, and make sure you do golden goal. Much love, lads. Happy grinding, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, boys.